Withdrawal from Crimea is an option that Russia is indeed considering. Representatives of the occupation administrations and military commanders have already removed their families and assets from the peninsula. This was reported by the Ukrainian intelligence service.
A number of occupation enterprises in Ukrainian Crimea are preparing for evacuation, including gathering documents for transportation to Russia. Andriy Yusov, representative of Defense Intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, in an interview with Radio Liberty.
In Russia-occupied Crimea itself, there is an active resistance movement against the Kremlin regime. For example, there is an organization called Resistance of the Nation, which in April this year claimed responsibility for setting fire to a car bearing symbols of the occupiers in Feodosia. The activities of the Yellow Ribbon and attached guerrilla movements have also intensified.
The number of people communicating with these Telegram channels is constantly growing, and they are ready to not only organize events that demonstrate support for Ukraine, but also some much more active actions. Crimeans understand that the liberation of Crimea is a reality and the reality of the near future. Moreover, the occupants themselves point out and say that pro-Ukrainian attitude is present among young people, especially the youth who grew up and began to express their views after 2014.
The Ukrainian resistance is conducting an open-ended action on the peninsula as yellow ribbons appear in the temporarily occupied cities of Crimea. The signs, stickers and ribbons are meant to remind the occupiers that they are not welcome here. The organizers write that this is not easy because the Russian military is stepping up counterintelligence measures, fearing and installing cameras at every turn. The guerrillas also reacted to the destruction of the Kakhovka hydropower plant by the Russian military.
In response to their actions, we are launching an open-ended Burn Everything Russian campaign. Burn newspapers, burn their Russian tricolors and other symbols, burn propaganda products.
Attached resistance activities are constantly spying on the Russian military, disabling equipment and communication points, and undermining railway tracks. For example, not long ago they discovered air defense systems near Yevpatoria and, quote, shared all the data in advance with the right people. In their Telegram channel they claim their agents are everywhere, even in the army of the Russian Federation.
We sabotage commanders' orders and continue to persuade other members of the Russian army to defect to Atesh, from a message of Atesh on Telegram.
A few days ago, for example, Crimean guerrillas damaged a railway line near Feodosia. There is a connection between Kerch and Zhenkoye, and supplies for the Russian military operations in south of Zaporizhia and Kherson regions are delivered along this road. Also, more and more drones are coming to Crimea. Experts are confident that the Russian occupiers understand that they are not welcome in temporarily occupied Crimea, and any relocations are under close attention of Ukrainians, and resistance to the occupiers on the peninsula will only intensify. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Angelika Brushevskaya, UATV News.